Okay, so we're working on factoring four-term polynomials. You have lots of different kinds of factoring, and we're going to rehash them all. GCF's the first thing we're going to rehash, and then we're going to talk about the 2, the 3, and the 4-term factoring. We've actually done 2 and 3, so we'll probably review those in the next couple days. 4-term factoring we haven't talked about, though, even though it's sort of part of what we've done before. It actually kind of fits in not equals 1. But with 3 terms, I'm not going to do the a is not equal 1 anymore. I'm going to stick to a equals 1 just for the sake of speed. It's just faster, and I don't really want you to rehash the whole world every single time we do a lesson. So anyway, here's the methods for 4-term polynomials. The first step is split your expression in half. The second step is GCF both sides. So I'm going to look at each side and take a GCF of both. What divides by both terms? In this case, it's 2b squared. It's b squared because I see a b squared and a b cubed. I want as many as I can take, and that one has 2 to give, so I can take 2. Then I have to figure out the leftovers. 2b squared times what gets me 2b cubed? Well, it looks like it's just missing a b. If I multiply those, I'll end up with up there. 2b squared times what equals negative 16b squared? Well, I've already got the b's this time. I need 2 times what is negative 16, which in this case is negative 8. Then we move on to our next one, which is this half. So I'm going to just kind of zoom in on this half. GCF here is 5. They both divide by 5. Then I have to figure out 5 times what is 5b. Well, obviously just b. 5 times what is negative 40. That's negative 8. And then I can start writing my final answer. My final answer is I GCF out as b minus 8, and that actually becomes its own piece, its own factor. And then the other part is this 2b and this 5. Sorry, 2b squared and 5. And there we go. You have your factored 4-term polynomial. And oftentimes it'll have some higher power one in here. And unless you can use that difference of squares, you're stuck. So there you go, 4-term factoring. So you're going to do one now, and I'm going to ask you questions about it. So first you're going to tell me what the first step is. Okay. First step is splitting it in half. The second thing you're going to tell me is you're going to do this left side, GCF the left side. Okay, so I'm going to do it now. We have 5m squared. 5 times 3 is 15, and we need another m. Now if I multiply those two, it would get the top one. 5 times what is 10? 5 times 2 is 10. M squareds are already there. Now we go this side. If there's a so I want you to GCF this side as well. I will give you a hint. If there's a negative in front, factor out the negative first. So now that I'm looking at it, I'm going to go, okay, negative 7, because they both divide by 7, and there's a negative in front. Negative 7 times what is negative 21? Negative 7 times 3 is negative 21, and we need that m still, because positive times a negative equals a negative. That same thing applies over here. This needs a positive to get to negative 14, so it actually needs a positive 2. You know you're on track because the 3m plus 2's are the same. See if you can write your final answer for me. Sweet. So I'll do this one too. 3m plus 2 is one part. And 5m squared minus 7 is the other part. The order doesn't really matter. So there you go. And then just for fun, I'll ask you one more and see if you can do this last one. I'll do this one extra fast at the end. This one's kind of challenging, but so the Nearpod should have asked you exactly what is just the final answer. So this would be you doing this all on your own. And you may get stuck, but that's okay. GCF the left side. There's no common factor for the numbers, but b squared can come out. Go on the right side. It looks like 8. No, 4. That one's kind of hard to see. You may have to use a factor chart. So this one was kind of challenging, actually. Then we can write our final answer. B squared and 4 is one of them. And the parentheses is the other one. But if you could do this, you could do any 4-term factor and go as signs. So there we go. Have a good one, everybody.